All right, Dave, what's going on?
Welding. Getting the levelers put in.
What we do here? So with these 3x3s.
3x3. Took some bar stock, drilled and tapped it for 1 inch 12 or 14. I can't remember what the thickness is. Clamp this on when I put it up there.
So do what?
Clamp this on when I hold it up in there. I have to adjust it. That's a different clamp.
Of course it is.
That way.
So what we do is just tack this one on, and cutting the thread off, or the whole thread off. We say somewhere up here. Put a plate on the bottom so pivots.
Plates underneath, taper those. Probably.
And let's just turn it by hand, and it's picking this thing up pretty easy.
Probably cut them off right about here. Put a nut on it, weld it on. And so I'll have plates with divots in it. That way, you can do that once a walk on the concrete. So if I put metal plates and point the end of the all thread, it'll hit the center.
So yeah, we haven't posted anything in quite a while. Nothing's been cooperating with us. The weather.
These are actually just temporary. Later on, I'm gonna make it to where these bolt on.
I think these will be fine staying on. I think the middle ones are the ones I want to be able to take off.
I might just do all of them. But that way, if we ever have to pull this up on the car trailer, these ain't hanging down and wouldn't hit anything.
So yeah, we're gonna try to get this finished up today and then start making the leg, or the I guess you call it the uprights for the car itself. And hopefully here pretty soon we can have this charger up on this thing and get back to work on it. Back at it.
Do I?
I said back at it.
Oh, maybe
Jeez. David made the pins. Cut out the plates. He's stacking them on now.
Yeah.
What size did you make those?
That's 950 thou. A 1 inch hole gives you a little wiggle room. And then you can see it. I just turned a piece of bar stock down, welded the back of it to the back of the plate, and I'll just weld around here. I just do the corners really. You know, see no sense of welding it all up.
What's the length on those? Maybe 8 inches?
Yeah, these are 8 inches.
Maybe 6 of those, maybe 8.
There'll be 4 of them in the center. And then
These are
the ones in the front will be taller, the
These
one in the back will be taller, then you got the one with the shackle in the very back. Doesn't matter once we put it on there. Alright.
Well, what are you doing here?
Marking the points out on the frame, or the frame jig.
Got it all centered?
Yeah. Just going off that. And
So we measured it out and then just kind of cut a groove in it.
yeah, just for center of the frame.
So, and
made 4 of these up, and what they're going to be is, I just labeled them. This will be C. This one here is actually D. And it's 6 inches from the data line. And we added another 8 inches where we can get our bits underneath there, and subtracted the 1/8 inch plate that I put on top. Just made some pins, put a center in it. That way, when we slide this over, we can pull that plumb bob up.
so this is what we decided to rig up. It's easy to move.
Yeah.
So now you're just gonna center that back up.
Line that up and get it to quit Bouncing around. And that should be exact where that's going to set.
You made the pins a little bit smaller, right? Is that what?
Yeah.
Is there supposed to be?
Those are actually 950 thousandths because the holes are supposed to be 1 inch, and I just turned them down a little bit to give some little wiggle room, and just turned them down less that bar stock diameter, welded into the back side of the plate, then welded the plates on the tubing. So like I said, later on, once we get it completely done, I'll probably draw something out for exactly what we did, because you know how it goes, you change things as you go. So we're pretty square. So I'll just put some tacks just to hold it in. And once we put the car on, if we need to, we will make adjustments then. But for right now, it's the best I can come up with as far as where to precisely put the pins.
We did what, 8 inches?
8 inches minus the 1/8 on the for the plate. That's on welded on top.
But 8 inches total. So the frame's going to come down.
Yeah, it is 8 inches from
8
here
inches.
down to here. Within
Hopefully that's enough.
50 thou. Yeah, so that should give you plenty of room to get underneath there and hold anything or anything we need to do such as that.
Now, how do you know that mark right there? That's where that needs to be.
Oh, prior, I measured that one out. I got marks up here. This is actually that one there. I just got to figure the height out on it because it don't call it out. I'll get that figured out. They ain't no big deal. Like I said, and this is the back of the car. That will be the front of the car over there. So we'll go across the other side, get the same dimensions, and we will weld the ones off the back. It's actually the torsion bar mount, I believe, and the rear separate and the front mount hole will be what these 4 will be. Then we'll start building the rest of them. The spring hanger will be the last one we do. I still got to make the brackets up for that.
Okay.
Then we'll test fit the car on it, see what it does.
All right, let's get it done.
All right.
All right, guys, we're back. It's been a long time coming here, but I think we're at a good point. Would you agree?
Yeah, we actually.
Okay. So the
know where
reason
everything's supposed to be.
the reason for the frame jig is because we were under the impression that the charger was just a little off. So we wanted to make sure. Dave's been working hard on this frame jig, but he's taking his time. You're taking your time,
Well, I
Dave.
got other things
Yeah.
I gotta do too.
Yeah, you're slacking. So anyways,
Other cars.
what we did is I cleaned, for the most part, I cleaned this part of the garage up. We moved the car out here on more level and cleaner surface. We dropped the plumb bob off the frame points according to the paperwork. Marked them out and chalk line off everything. And then we transferred it onto paper, and then we compared it to the blueprint.
Multiple notes.
Yeah, he's been taking notes like crazy, and I think we're ready to transfer this to the frame jig now. But I'm not gonna lie, we've been struggling, like everything, like the frame rails.
Well, we're trying to get it right.
Yeah, I mean, obviously he wants to get it right, but the frame rails are, the holes underneath are kind of jacked. You can see where they're all bent and everything. So it's been hard to get actual measurements, and unless maybe we just don't know the right people, but we have not been able to find anybody that has the exact measurements and how to build this frame jig. There's people out there that have built it, but they just don't go into a whole lot of depth. So hopefully when we're done, this car is going to sit on there just right, and we will put all of that information on there
Yeah,
once we get it all
all
done.
out.
And hopefully if somebody else goes to do this, they won't struggle the way we have.
This little.
What'd you do?
This made a drop point off for the frame holes.
So what does that do?
That's, you stick that up and it's a 1 inch hole. So I turned that down to like 950, drilled a hole through it, drilled a bigger hole through the side, We can stick it up in the frame. You can just drop that down to the ground, get it to where it's levels out, and just mark the ground. Then you can pull it back out of the way.
His helper with the little dots on the floor. That was a big job. We're back. It's been a while. How long? A couple months? Yeah.
Yeah.
We suck at this. It's not a lie.
Well, I made a couple of videos.
Yeah, so I suck at this. I'm not motivated.
No, that's just hard to make the time to get together and actually do it. And it's like extremely hot,
It is extremely hot.
very humid, so you can tell it's a little
Yeah. So
sweaty.
I had to shut the fan off, so it's gonna be even worse. But what we're gonna do today, you have to forgive us, I didn't have the microphones ready either, they're charging. We're gonna try to jack the car up. We got the motor transmission out. We'll jack the car up, try to get it up high enough to where we can slide our frame jig underneath. Yeah, and then
Pull the rear end out of it. So it's only got to go up
14.
14 inches.
Yeah.
So shouldn't be too bad.
All right, let's get it
As long
going.
as we don't drop it.
This is where we left off last night. Figured I'd give you a quick run around here before Dave shows up. We got it sitting down on 4 points. Still gotta get the K-member out. The back section here. Just pin into the spring hanger. Still gotta weld in some plates here to hold. Also, these are in the wrong spot. We'll have to take those off and move them up. These, we figured wrong. I don't know how, but both of them are the same way, so measure twice, cut once, right? That's Dave's fault. But the car's sitting pretty level. Hopefully we'll get this back end section done today, and then maybe, I don't know. We'll see how far we get. Got it all in there. We're able to raise those up. Load in some angle iron. All sitting in there. Still got a little gap on it, but I think it's sitting on, it's gotta be sitting on something. Actually, that's where we cut the floor pan out there, isn't it? That's where we cut the floor pan out right there, isn't it? That's the only one that's not touching.
That's under 8.